Welcome to Conversations with Lauren and Ali, where we bridge all things in the spiritual and human experience.
This is a space where raw honesty meets higher truth, where personal stories open doors to deeper self-awareness, and where the messy, magical journey of being human is honoured as a sacred path of awakening. So, take a breath, get cozy, and join us in today's conversation.
No, no, I just, when you have your day planned out,
Mhm.
you have things booked and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And then something changes early in the morning, things get cancelled, and you're like, okay, my whole day's been rerouted now.
Mhm.
That's, yeah, yeah. It's nothing. Like I was just supposed to go out, I was going to do this, and then I was supposed to go out for
Yeah.
lunch. My mum and my sister, then mum rings me. She's like, your sister's sick. We're not going. I was supposed to be in town, like where I was going to have lunch with my sister and my mum to pick Les up because he's getting his car fixed in there.
Mhm.
And it just, yeah, when everything just gets thrown
Yeah, and you've got
out.
to rethink it now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying not to react when my mum rang me because it's not my sister's fault. She's not well, and had to cancel. But yeah, I was just like, okay, yes, I don't have control over this. Just
Mhm. Yeah, roll
gotta
roll with it.
It's like it's nothing. It's fucking nothing when you think
Mhm.
about it. It's like it's not a big deal. It's not, yeah. Who
But
cares?
it's so funny how the reaction or the stimulus though sets off a chain reaction
Hmm.
within I guess the nervous system in the
It is.
body, and yeah,
That's what it is. And because I felt my nervous system after that. I went and told Les straight away. I was like, oh, I'm not going in now. And then he had his reaction, and I was like, okay, it's all right. We just have to, do things
reset.
differently. Or yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Hmm.
so silly, isn't it? Like when I think about it, it makes me want to laugh because I'm like, it's nothing. Like it's really not a big deal, but in my body, it felt like a big
Mm.
deal.
Mm.
So strange.
I just feel like that's what's present at the moment, though, because it's so funny you say that, because what came to me as well in the last sort of 24 hours is how we relate to our nervous system and how we see it as something, or it is programmed as something to be managed.
Regulated all the
Yes,
time.
yes. And
Yeah.
so, and I don't know, this could be sort of going off on a tangent, but it's just so funny that you're talking about it in this way because it was kind of being signaled to me of how can I see it in a different way. And I don't yet know what the word for that is. But it was like I was programming myself to manage my nervous system, even like listening to myself talk about it. I was talking to the chiropractor about it. I heard myself saying it to Keely. And it was like, oh, like I feel like I'm in this state of reaction all the
Mm.
time at the moment.
Hmm.
And it's like, well, how can I manage this? How can I fix this? How can I regulate this?
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like it'll be actually interesting to see where our conversation goes with this because I wonder if this is something we need to reconcile, we need to bring to coherence moving forward, because how can we have momentum into Fire Horse if we're in this all the time? And I obviously relate to this so personally, and especially in the last few weeks,
Yeah.
where I can't, every time I get that momentum feel or want to take the action, it's like everything clamps down and shuts down.
Hmm.
So I feel like somehow it's tied to, I don't know, what do you feel?
Yeah, I feel the best way I can describe it is like I feel the same as in I'm in that kind of reactive
Mm,
response a lot
mm,
lately.
mm.
But what I felt with this experience, even though it was so simple and so like nothing, like it's not a big deal, it's almost like there's one part of me that's giggling and going, why are you so
Yeah.
fucking reactive about this? but I'm having a bodily response. I'm
Yes.
having a bodily, I instantly had a nervous system response, a physical, I
Mm.
feel it in my body. I can already feel my heart rates,
Mhm.
risen, and I started to feel a bit frantic, like, okay, I'm in a hurry. And then I'm hearing this voice in my head going, what's the fucking urgency? What's the urgency about the day? Like, just calm your farm. And so there's one part of me it felt like I'm split in two, the bodily response, and then that reasoning of, like, it's probably the soul speaking or the higher self, or however you want to put it. There's a part of me that knows, like, come on. And he's almost, like I said, giggling, like going, what do you, like, this is not
Yes.
a big thing. What? But it's my body that's feeling it.
Which is interesting because that's the piece, isn't it? Like when we're talking about embodiment,
Mm.
um, and I don't have the words to maybe accurately describe this, but it's about how, and I guess it's through the nervous system.
Mm.
How do we move away from the reactionary or the need for regulation and allow more of that coherence with the soul, or
Yeah.
speak? Because you're right, and I relate to that too. That there is one half of you that knows this is ridiculous. What are you doing? But
Yeah.
the body is firing off.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing that physically for myself,
Mm.
as you know. Because even yesterday I had a conversation with my chiro because she was like, "You are just so tight." Like, and I'm seeing her twice a week, like, and doing all the right things
Yeah.
outside of that. And I said to her, I was laying there and I said, "Yeah, I just don't know why I can't let go."
Mm. Hmm.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know, what do you feel like? What is letting go? Because is it the control? Is it the management? I don't know why that word's coming
Management.
forward for
It's
me,
the
but
word management, isn't it? It's like this constant management of everything,
Hmm.
of everything, of all aspects of us, of all aspects of our life. I suppose it is
Hmm.
an element of control there as well, which is something that I definitely always find challenging, always
Hmm.
have. Yeah, it's so strange. Like, I'm the same. I've been doing the right things. I've gone back to the chiropractor as well. I even let someone give me a massage about 2 weeks ago, which I never do. And um I'm so tight as well. Like,
Hmm.
the little lady that was doing my massage was like, "Whoa, you're so tight," like in my shoulders and back and
Hmm.
everything. And
Hmm. Hmm.
and honestly, like, that I've been feeling like constant muscular niggles in my body
Hmm.
to the point where I couldn't exercise for a week. I know you've been feeling the physical stuff. I literally feel like every day I'm waking up and something else is hurting in my body.
Yeah.
Like, my left ankle has been bothering me the last couple of days. Now it's my left lower back. Something like, it's just like, what is going on? And I brought this up at my gym the other day because the coach was like, you weren't here for a week, and what's going on? And I've told her I haven't been feeling 100% physically the last few weeks. And then another girl piped up and goes, oh, I hear, like, what's happening? Everyone's breaking down. I'm like, oh no, I don't know. And then my sister being sick this morning, and my little boy, like Bomber, has been unwell. It's just, I feel like it's still all related to some kind of shedding and
Hmm.
releasing and purging of energy from the physical body that just can't come with us anymore. We
Yeah.
can't walk forward and, like you said, find that momentum, that
Mm.
natural, organic, peaceful, easeful momentum while there's this, like, some sort of heaviness in the body. And whether it is that control or the need to manage.
Mm.
Um, like you said, how do you let go? But maybe that is what, you know, we need to let go of.
Well, and it's interesting, isn't it? Because the other connection I made with this was what we were sharing in the WhatsApp about our experiences that we've had, yours with God, with Source,
Yeah.
mine with Divine Mother, with Source.
Hmm.
And it feels like there's a card in one of Rebecca Campbell's decks that is, I think it's the description. It's loosen the grip and allow God in.
Oh, yes.
And that came to me when I was actually driving home from the chiropractor and thinking about the two experiences that we've had and sharing with each other about that, and wondering if this is to do with this quantum embodiment, if this
Mm.
is to do with really allowing ourselves to let go of that control or that management and really receiving more deeply the divine, more deeply our, essence and I am, our source aspect to be, more than just present in the body, but to be really driving. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yes.
just feel like it's tied together somehow, like as in all of these experiences that we've been having and what that's leading to. And not just us. I mean, I'm seeing this in my sessions as well. There's so
Yeah.
much physical, embodiment, physical releasing.
Yeah.
And it's not this we're doing something or needing to fix anything or trying to manage it. It's just letting it in,
Let, letting
letting
it
it
in so
in.
you can let the other shit go. Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
challenging does that feel just to let it in? Like,
Well, it felt so easy for me to let it in the other day when I had that experience with like God or source light, like however you want to look at it. It felt so easy. It just happened. And it was so profound that I can't even articulate what it felt like. Um, but yeah, how do you allow yourself to feel that all the time?
mm,
Or
mm.
is that again trying to manage it and trying to control it by trying to feel it all the time instead of just knowing that it's present? Do you know what
That
I
it's
mean?
there. Yeah, great
It's
point.
there.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like I've found myself every morning since that happened, um, really welcoming that in, like making that a part of my, I don't
Hmm.
really have morning rituals and stuff anymore. My morning ritual is going to the gym and going and getting a coffee and driving my kids to school. Like, I don't meditate, like, I don't journal, I don't do any of
Hmm.
that stuff anymore. I just haven't felt the need
Mm.
to do all that stuff. But that has something that's like, even when I'm in the shower or whatever, just consciously connecting with that energy
Mm.
and welcoming it into my day, my body, my whatever, just saying, I know you're there. Like I know it's there,
Mm.
move
Mm.
through me, work through me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because as you were talking, what I was feeling was a sense of receiving that support and how, I can feel personally too, there was or has been a deep program of feeling unsupported. And so it's interesting too, because it's like letting go of that being the old um, story, the old coping mechanism or the old reality, and receiving the support
Yeah.
in this particular way.
Yes. And like we speak that. We're always saying, and we say it to each other. And oh, we know that we're
Mm,
always divinely guided, divinely supported. We talk about it. Everybody in the spiritual community talks about it. But it's like, well, so why aren't we feeling that then? Why haven't we been, there's been something that's been keeping us from actually truly embodying that statement and those words of
mm,
you are always supported. And I think it's like you said, it comes back to that, the old programming of not feeling supported throughout your life, throughout your journey, however you want to look at it. Um, and it's funny because the theme of abandonment has been coming up for me a lot lately. And I just literally before this put a group journey out there, which I felt really like about, but I put it out
mhm,
there because that's something that I've been moving through recently. And that's part of it. When you've like abandonment wounds, like you and I have spoken about like the sister
mhm,
wounds and the wounds with divine feminine and just not it all adds up. There's so many parts, moving parts
Mhm.
to that equals and makes us feel like we're not fully supported.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah, I
feels
agree.
like there's some kind of deconstruction of those beliefs, of that programming that is taking place right now. And it's deep, like it's in the body.
Mm.
Because I suppose we have to pull down those structures, don't we, to allow that
Hmm.
greater divine support in and to
Well,
feel it, not just to get, like, not just to say it, to fucking feel it.
yeah, absolutely. And I think you make a good point there because what it's felt like this whole, like literally from 1st of January, for me, it's felt like a collapsing and a dismantling physically. So I
Yeah.
feel like in 2025, that was happening to me, but on that energetic, spiritual
Yeah.
layer. But
Yeah.
I feel like it then was like, well, the body, like reminding me how much the body's holding on to just because I feel like I've cleared something, worked with something, completed something. My body didn't get the memo.
No, yeah, energetically, spiritually, like whatever, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
physically,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I think
And
it's like you said, quantum embodiment, like it's a whole new era. It's a whole
mm,
other level that we're moving into. And it just doesn't, it feels uncomfortable because we haven't done it at this to this degree before.
yeah. And something really interesting also like came to my awareness about this, where I often talk about the body lagging behind. So it's something I've always noticed in my sessions.
Yeah.
But something came to me actually through my connection with the seraphim, who were saying to me, your body's not actually lagging, but it's trying to. It's actually like probably the opposite. It's probably a little bit in front because it's trying to outrun whatever is. It's trying to
Right.
manage. It's trying to control. It's
Yes.
actually a little bit in front, trying to
Yes.
protect from that way. And there was this reference to understanding as well how it's trying to cellularly, it is trying to metabolize the light, like it's trying to like there's so many different processes that are happening here. But I actually thought that was really interesting, and I think why maybe they gave me the word manage because I could understand that a little bit better of like, oh, my body's trying to manage what it thinks is coming, and I think it's back here, but it's actually up here, like trying to manage everything that's coming forward.
Hmm.
And I still can't claim to have fully realized how we do that in the present moment because this is all, literally dropped in the last couple of days or since Sunday, really. But the letting go, or I don't know if it's the body or the nervous system, but letting it feel that it can also metabolize, it can process, it can regulate on its own
Yes,
without
that's its
me trying to
job.
do something
Yes.
about it. Yeah.
That's its job. Yeah. And I've
Whereas,
seen, yeah, sorry.
no, 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 you go ahead.
No.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that by actively trying to do grounding or to, do regulation practices, it's just giving the body more information and more things to be trying to
Yes.
manage instead of actually just simply being still present.
Yeah, present. Yeah, because it's when we are present and when we're in our presence that's it just it will naturally do that. And I've seen it come up so many times in recent weeks, exactly what you're talking about. Like I've read things and gone, like, yeah, that's pinging something in me. Is exactly about why the fuck do we keep thinking we need to regulate our nervous system
Mm,
all the time? Like it's just become this like buzzwords, of regulate your nervous system. But like you said, it's just, yes, there is times when we need to give it love and like we know that how important it is, but are we trying to manage it too much? and giving
Well,
it too much information.
because I think that it's probably evolved more than we realize it's evolved.
Yes, 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 because it's been evolving with us and
Hmm.
probably beyond us. Like you said, the
Mm.
body is what you said before about the body not actually being behind and
Mm.
trying to catch up. The body's actually ahead. The nervous system's actually ahead, looking at, okay, so it's probably at times working in overdrive. But I mean, isn't that how we process things a lot of the time? Do you know what I mean? Like that's its job. That's maybe
Mhm.
it's not so much the nervous system all the time. Maybe it's the nervous system doing its thing to release the
Mhm.
energy and the density from the body. So it's actually doing its job. And are we hindering it by always trying to fucking intervene and say, no, you need to do this to regulate? Like, yeah,
Yeah, because what I feel like as you say that is we have this idea we have to fix it. Like we have to, or certainly that's the way that I've been taught and that
yeah.
I
It's
have
what everyone
perceived
taught.
it.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, instead of allowing it to or because we understand it better as well, and we
yeah,
also have evolved. But yeah, allowing it to inform us,
yeah.
but not define what happens next.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Because if we think about it being that one step ahead, what is it doing? It's looking for any threat and danger, which is
Yep.
going to create the fear. Um, but if we just take that and say, okay, thanks for that information.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's have a look. Let's process that.
Yeah,
Like let's let ourselves, like you did. It sounds like you did this morning too. It's just
yeah.
like let yourself feel it, let yourself
Yes.
process it.
And I was
And
aware that there was a nervous system response happening and a physical response happening.
mm,
But you have to, like you said, you have to let it process. And it was kind of telling me a couple of things. Like you said, it was informing me of,
mm,
okay, you're feeling like this, and why are you feeling like this? I understand why I felt like that. It's about control, it's about letting go, it's about just, yeah, moving into more of a flow state and just letting things be
mhm,
what they are and staying in the present moment and stop fucking worrying about the future and like
mm,
all of
mm,
those things. It informs us, like you said, it brings things into our awareness to be processed. But
mhm,
sometimes I feel like that physical response, like the faster breathing and all of that,
mhm.
it's the fucking energy being processed, isn't it, through
Yeah,
the body?
yeah. And I think if we just allowed that rather
Yeah,
than jumping to the reaction, because we actually have more control over that than we um,
yeah,
give ourselves
mm,
credit for, if that makes sense. I think
yeah,
because I think the instinct wants to fix it because it wants to bring back calm, bring back peace, and bring
yeah,
back
because it feels
control,
uncomfortable in the body. Yeah.
safety. Yeah. But I think if we allowed that and we actually just felt that fear in the moment and let it
Mm,
process,
mm,
it wouldn't even have space to lodge into something
yeah,
else or to
yep,
trigger a subconscious
yeah,
pattern
yep,
or whatever it might be. Yeah, and I feel like, as you was just saying then, allowing more of that flow state, because I think that's what we need to actually move in, not just the fire horse energy. I mean, that's just shaping what's here for us right now, isn't it?
yeah,
But beyond that, to us to really move in a flow state, because I know personally, it feels like I get into that and then this something happens and everything kind of blocks up and shuts down and contracts. And what does that do too? It creates like we go small again, don't we? We like
mm,
shut down, or I do,
yeah,
contract, dim the light,
yep,
rethink everything, and don't show up in presence, don't show up in my gifts, or don't show up in the way that I'm here to be a pillar
yeah,
of that. And we're all here to be that pillar. We need to encourage each other to step into that, don't we?
yeah,
So that we can all expand and rise and grow, evolve together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And there is going to be times when we feel those elements of fear or uncertainty, but if we never move through those thresholds, we're just going to stay. where we are. And that's almost signaling to your nervous system that, and to the body that, okay, yeah, no, we can't, we don't want to process that. We don't want to move through that.
Yeah.
We're just going to stay where we are. And then how do we, we're stopping that momentum, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel that personally because
Yeah,
I
same.
feel like the fear comes up. And it's funny because you're reminding me that I've been hearing from my team back in January. It's like facing the fears. It's like, what's that saying? Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. But I think I'm understanding what they were trying to say with that now. It's because it's just like let yourself receive that whatever the informant is bringing in, and just feeling that and witnessing that and letting it kind of wash over you and through you. I think yours was a great living example of that in what you shared, to allow it to move into flow without it contracting and blocking up and creating the resistance, which
Yeah.
then pings off 55,000 other moments in life where you
Yes.
experienced that.
You go, oh shit.
So suddenly you're heavy because you've got the weight of, well,
Yeah.
not even just this lifetime,
No.
probably,
Mm.
any. It's just, yeah, it's a really interesting perspective, I think, a really interesting perspective shift.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's been good to talk about it actually, because it's helped me ground into it a little bit, with understanding as well, because I think it can be hard because your mind's trying to get well, it can be challenging because the mind is trying to understand, well, how does that practically work? Because that's always what we're also wanting, isn't it? We want
Yeah.
practical steps or practical um,
Yeah.
application.
Logical stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder if it could be an interesting experience if we both just walk the next week and just witness what our bodies are informing us and see how it comes through.
Yeah. And it comes through in the simplest of ways, like that ridiculous example this morning
Hmm.
that I've,
Mm.
you know, it's just, yeah, it doesn't have to be these profound experiences, or it's just everyday life, isn't it? That,
Well, and that's where it's going to come through
yeah.
because this is what we're learning is
Yeah.
how to, it's the human journey, isn't it? It's the
Yes.
practical application of all of
Yeah.
this as a
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the other piece that we did all of this work, or, we're still completing somewhat. But now again, I'm just going to bring back to what the Seraphim shared with me for 2026. It's like that is now lived action. Like how do you embody that, and how do you
Mm.
take that into the practical day-to-day lived experience?
Yeah.
And this is part of that. This is part of that. It's meeting it in the body, it's meeting it in the moment and doing exactly what you just shared.
Yeah. And I think it's all part of our infinite wisdom, the soul's wisdom. Like we
Yeah.
already know at some level within how to do this.
Yeah.
We're just making sense of it and learning through or remembering through the little
Hmm.
silly or brief, moments and experiences that we have. It's
Hmm.
just um yeah, bringing us closer, like to the voice of our soul, I suppose, or to that higher intelligence that we have
Hmm.
within. Like me talking about this morning, feeling the physical bodily response, but also like the other part of me was there speaking to me as well. Like, yeah, it's almost like I could feel that part of me out here. It's like, can you just come
Hmm.
in here so that,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And there will be a little more alignment with that
yeah,
after today because you've
yeah,
lived it. You've
yeah,
lived it. You walked it with awareness and you chose
yeah,
something different.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
maybe if you hadn't even heard that or listened to that, you would have had a completely different experience.
yeah. And I think even something like this, like having a conversation with somebody, is part of the processing. It's part
Hmm.
of um the regulating. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
of helping the nervous system to or of taking on board what the nervous system has informed us about,
Mm.
having a
Mm.
conversation with someone about the experience, like it could even have been like I could have called a friend and said, oh, fuck, like my fucking plans got cancelled today and rah, rah, rah. Like it's all part of the processing of the energy, isn't it? Like letting the energy,
Hmm.
releasing the energy from the body and acknowledging it for what it is. And I am kind of annoyed at myself a little bit though that in that moment I didn't like when I was on the phone to my mum, um, that I did react a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Not fully, but I did have a reaction and I did say certain words. And I'm like, yeah, thinking about that now, going, yeah, I could have responded to that
But you,
differently.
but now you've lived it. The
Yeah.
next time it happens, you
Yeah.
will you'll take that next step. I
Yeah.
think that's what, when you just said releasing it from the body, that's what I feel is
Yeah.
happening. And whether that's, I mean, I guess it is regulating. I think it's regulating in a way that we haven't related to that word or frequency before, but it is allowing it to be released in the moment. It's that when they say like emotion, energy in
Yeah.
motion, it comes back to that, doesn't it? Like we
Yeah.
weren't designed to hold on to
No.
everything. We were
Yeah.
just meant to feel it and then
Yeah.
release it,
Yeah.
in knowing we felt it or we had what we needed from that, or it
Yeah.
informed us.
Yeah.
It informed something that was there for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like this is really illuminating, and that's a funny word to use, but that's the word that it's like it feels like a light bulb moment for me anyway. So hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully that resonates for other people. But
Yeah.
um, just in terms of relationship to what's happening in the moment, physically
Yeah.
in the lived experience, and seeing that a little bit more clearly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you for joining us in this space of truth, reflection, and connection. If today's conversation stirred something within you, we invite you to sit with it, journal on it, or share it with someone who walks the path of self-awareness too.
These conversations are living transmissions, and we are so grateful to be on this journey with you. Until next time, remember your human experience is sacred and you are never walking alone.
With love, Lauren
and Ali.